the channel. I'm happy that a lot of you love the content that I make about luxury bags, and I'm back with another review of a Chanel bag which I've been using for the last few months. This is the Chanel Gabrielle backpack. Let's talk about how I acquired this bag. To be very honest, I've always loved the classic version of the Gabrielle hobo bag, but I was always hesitant about it because the straps always seem like it's an awkward length, and the zipper opening seems really small, and it's really hard to get things in and out of the bag without scratching the back of your hand. Then I saw the white Gabrielle backpack on Sam from the YouTube channel Sam and Victor, and I absolutely loved how it looked on her, and I started my hunt for one. I'm specifically looking for the black version in small, and it was pretty hard to find one as it is not a classic bag. I did come across a few medium which I passed on because I was afraid it might look too big and take away some of that cuteness factor of a small backpack. And you have to understand that when I'm obsessed about something, I will not stop researching or consuming content about it. So in my research and hunt for the bag, I came across Jenna from the YouTube channel She's French, and she owns a black Gabrielle backpack in medium as well, and I saw how good it looked on her, and it really wasn't as big as I imagined it to be. And at the same time, I also found a listing for a medium Gabrielle backpack on the RealReal for a very reasonable price. So I took the plunge and got it, and I've been wearing it ever since. A little bit of a background about the Gabrielle bag. It was designed by Karl Lagerfeld, and it debuted in 2017 on the Spring-Summer Ready-to-Wear show. There are 4 variations of the Gabrielle: the hobo, which we usually refer to as the Gabrielle bag, the backpack, a purse, and a tote. The Gabrielle bag was named after Chanel's founder, Gabrielle Coco Chanel, and was designed to encompass ideals of freedom, comfort, and simplicity. As I've said before, there are actually 2 sizes for the Gabrielle backpack, the small and the medium. Both of them actually look similar in proportion, especially in pictures, so the best way to tell is by counting the diamond quills. So 2 diamond quills below the logo before you reach the base means it's a small. If it's 3 diamond quills like mine, before you reach the bottom, it means it's a medium. The small measures 24 by 23 by 11 centimeters, while the medium measures 27 centimeters by 24 by 11 centimeters. As you can probably tell, the medium isn't that much bigger than the small. It is just about 3 centimeters taller, which means you're actually able to fit longer or taller items like an umbrella or water bottle more easily. The Gabrielle backpack has a smooth leather bottom that is molded with a CC logo in the front. The leather is a aged crinkled calfskin that's been quilted, and the hardware on the chain is a mix of silver and gold, and they kind of meet in the middle over here. While this is a backpack, I have seen people wear it in multiple ways, like using it as a shoulder bag or even a crossbody bag. On the inside, it is one big compartment with just a small slip pocket at the back for flat objects like your cards. The inner lining is made with red fabric. I've never really seen myself as a backpack kind of person, but that really changed after I purchased the Gabrielle backpack. Admittedly, I actually use it a lot more than my Chanel 22 now, especially when I want to travel lighter. I brought this bag to Japan recently and was able to fit all my essentials like an umbrella, a small water bottle, wallet, power bank, a small camera, and even a foldable bag. This is a bag that definitely holds a lot more than it looks, and because of its relatively structured bottom, the bag holds its shape really well even when it's filled. Like the Gabrielle bag, the Gabrielle backpack suffers from similar shortfalls. The base, which is hard and coated with smooth leather, is very prone to dents and scratches. I don't really baby my bags, but it's not as though I would intentionally place my bag on asphalt or a concrete sidewalk, but I have noticed quite a number of scratches on the base. I have also seen instances where people accidentally rest the base of the bag over the chains like this and end up causing dents over the bag, so I'm very careful with the way I rest my bag on the surface to make sure that my chains are not sitting underneath the bag. The top part of the bag is made with aged crumpled calfskin leather, which has a wrinkled quality to it which I like. You don't really have to be afraid of scratches because that's really just how the leather looks anyway, but it does suffer from extreme creases, especially when you don't stuff the bag during storage or use a bag organizer to help retain its shape. A lot of the resale Gabrielle backpacks I've seen have a long horizontal crease at the back over here, like what I have over here, due to the weight of the chains. If you have the chains out like this, when you store it, sometimes the weight of the chain just makes it droop like this, causing the crease at the back. The front of the bag may also have a crease down the front due to the drawstring. If you have very heavy things in your bag, the drawstring tends to draw a bit tighter, which means that you get creases in the front like that due to the weight. And it's not really nice when you try and photograph it, or over the long term where you have creases on these two sides right beside the logo. Speaking of the chains, they are also a huge problem. The leather that is looped through the chain is actually made with PU, which flakes over time. The earlier Gabrielle backpacks from 2017 and 2018 all have chains with PU leather, but they've reportedly been changed to actual leather after 2018. Sam from Sam & Victor reportedly experienced the same problem as she's purchased the bag in 2018 from the boutique, and the bag chain was showing signs of flaking. She was able to send the bag back to Chanel to have the chains replaced. My bag is a Series 25, which means it's a bag that was made in 2018, and it still has the PU straps. And as expected, just after a few months of use, it started to show signs of flaking and a lot of wear and tear. I assume the previous owner never really did use the bag because I didn't notice any real damage to the straps when I got the bag. PU leather can start degrading in as little as 18 months, so this is definitely way past its lifetime. I will also be sending it to Chanel in Paris to replace the straps, and my essay told me it will take around 3 months for it to be repaired and delivered to me in Singapore. That said, I do have Chanel stores in Singapore as well. If I were to send it in Singapore, it would take around 6 months instead. I will be heading to Paris tomorrow, and I will show you the process of how I was able to repair the straps on my bag. So be sure to check back in a few months for the full review and to take you through the process of how it happened. Another thing that most people complain about is the way the chain moves around when you try and take things in and out of your bag. The chain are actually only connected through the base over here, which means the whole chain just loops around the drawstring and it's basically free to move. So if you pull on one side, it's just going to be uneven, and because of that, constant tugging could also contribute to the wear and tear of the chains as well. However, I don't find this a problem as I got these adjustable chain links from Taobao, which is able to hold the chains in place. So basically, it's like an S shape with 2 openings to hold the chain in place, and this is how it works. So basically, you find the center, which is easy because it's where the silver meets the gold. Kind of open up the bag so that you can see the inside, and you just pull a little bit of it so that it meets on the inside in the middle like this, and then you can just loop your adjustable chain links through it. So after it's done, it sort of just holds it in place, which means that your chains will always remain even if you're only wearing it on one side. This is able to hold it in place, which alleviates the problem of causing creases in the front as well, because it means that your drawstring will never be too tight in the front, causing the crease down the middle in the front. I know some essays even give these adjustable chain links to their customers so that they can shorten their straps, especially on the mini square and the mini rectangles, because those bags only have 1 grommet on each side. If you are a current Gabrielle backpack owner or is looking to purchase one, I have some helpful tips for you to maintain your Gabrielle backpack. First, you need to make sure that your leather is free from creases, and there are actually a few ways to do that. Get yourself one of these specialized bag organizers that are specifically made for the Gabrielle backpack. Instead of having an opening straight across like regular bag organizers, it's actually made higher and it's actually shaped according to the side of the backpack to help maintain the shape, and it also prevents the vertical creasing, which is very prominent in bags that don't use a bag organizer. The height of this, because it's so high, actually helps to maintain and smooth out the front as well. Secondly, you need to store the bag properly. The chains can get a little bit heavy, and like I said, if you keep it like this, chances are the weight of the chains might end up pulling it and causing creases at the back. So what you can do is just to pull the chain from the inside so that it's taut. And this means that you won't have the additional weight from the chains that will pull on the back of the bag. This will also prevent the base of the bag from resting on any chains that's outside of it. Like I mentioned earlier, you should get yourself one of the adjustable chain links as they can help maintain your Gabrielle backpack in 3 ways. Firstly, this will help hold the chains in place so the straps are always even on your shoulders. Secondly, it prevents the chain from moving around so much so that there's less wear and tear on the leather itself. Lastly, you can prevent the chain from being drawn too tight, causing that vertical crease line at the front of the bag like I mentioned. While there seems to be a number of cons to the Gabrielle backpack, I do feel that most of these issues can be easily solvable. And it's worth going through the trouble if you really like this bag. Things like the chain being uneven or the leather at the top creasing can be rectified with accessories like the right bag organizer or some adjustable chain links. For me, I found that the Gabrielle backpack retains the design elements I loved about the Gabrielle hobo bag and took away things I didn't like the awkward chain length and the scratchy zippers. It has a very distinctive design that can be instantly recognized as a Chanel bag, but you would be hard-pressed to spot one in the wild. This is really not a common bag, but I did see somebody with a black tweed version and it was so gorgeous. I was too awkward to approach her to compliment her bag though, but maybe someday I'll find a black Chanel Gabrielle backpack of my own. The Gabrielle backpack is also a very casual everyday bag which suits anything from sundresses, jeans, and can be used when you're traveling as well. I absolutely love my Gabrielle backpack and I'm going to miss it so much when I send it in for repair. The Gabrielle backpack is really difficult to find right now. There have been rumors of Chanel discontinuing the Gabrielle bag and it has already been removed on the website as part of their classic lineup. This means that the Gabrielle backpack will also be in danger of being discontinued. But that said, I have seen people who have bought the bag recently as it came with the RFID tags instead of the authenticity cards. Those have been introduced in late 2021. So, you never know. If you're lucky, you might still be able to find them in the stores. Otherwise, you can try luxury resale stores like Vestiaire or The Real. If you live in a city, you should also try out your local luxury consignment stores, but make sure they are reputable ones, preferably if they come with entropy certification, just to make sure that the bag you're trying to purchase is authentic. I hope this video has helped you understand a little bit more about the Gabrielle backpack and if you should take the plunge to purchase one of your own. Let me know if there's anything else you want to find out about the backpack in the comments box below. Or if you have a special request for a video about specific aspects of the backpack, like the different ways you can wear it, a more specific care guide, and the accessories that I like to have with my Gabrielle backpack. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you very much for staying until the end. I will see you in the next video. Bye!